Hey, before watching this video, I highly recommend this video since it will explain the basic understanding of Dreamscaper. You can return back here to learn about the new changes made to the game. Thanks. This game has changed so much in the past 6 months, in really good ways too. The game seems more versatile and less afraid of breaking boundaries. It's like the devs of Afterburner Studios took a big leap and successfully managed not to break their legs on the way down, which is a mind-blowingly impressive thing to do. A lot of big name publishers that are known for making innovative games can sometimes really mess up what was once a good game, especially if they don't constantly talk with their fan base. They can easily make one of the worst decisions to push their game, and sometimes devs don't need their fans to tell them what to do 24/7. But it's at the final stage of the game that devs really should focus on whether or not this will satisfy or break people's opinion of the game. Miraculously, Afterburner Studios found the perfect sweet spot to both blend their ambitions and their communities. Which is why, in my humble opinion, Dreamscaper Prologue is a step up from its predecessor. But before I make this a 40-minute long video about me just congratulating the devs for a risky move, let's talk about the new changes in the game and why it's the best path for the game's future. Right off the bat, the first feature to notice is the leveling system. It's very different from the previous leveling system where you were able to just buy certain items and powers you wanted. Now you collect resources to use as a basis for crafting certain items like paintings, drawings, poems, etc. You use these items to give to 4 of the main people you meet throughout the town. Each time you get to a certain relationship status with them, you can sit there and watch the wholesome conversations with these people and the main character you play as. The dialogue in this game isn't anything too special, but it does enough to hone in the fact that these are genuine people and just not AIs. Leveling up certain statuses will also give you new items and powers. This new update seems more engaging than just having a UI menu pop up and selecting what you want to buy. And I love that. Not a lot of new enemies with the prologue, but enough to be unique and not boring. You have characters that have pointed heads and will speed like a lightning bolt to pierce you if you aren't careful. Eyeballs that will shoot lasers, and so many more funky and weird shit that you would hear from a made up dream. Every one of these enemies, yet sounding ridiculous, are actually relatively challenging, especially on your first run. It takes a few trial and errors to find out how to specifically defeat them, and it just brings back this urgency and excitement to be alive. I honestly love it when games push your knowledge of the game to full overload to survive. It's hard and difficult, yes, but you don't want it to be a cakewalk either. Trust me, Dreamscaper will break your heart of adventure if you think this will be easy. At first, when I launched the game, I didn't even know they added new weapons and powers. It was later put to my attention that they did, and this is actually incredible. The new items just blended in with the vanilla game, and that is the #1 rule in making new items. If a new item is noticeably different from the designs, features, and basic understanding of the game, then your new item has failed its purpose. The new weapons fit perfectly with the absurdity of dreams and the art style this game conveys. Even the variety of abilities you obtain are just as dreamlike as the old ones back in the original version of the game. You can even tell the field day the devs had making these new items. Even reading the subtext below, some items are just so obnoxious that it catches you off guard and makes you laugh. And if a simple item can do all that, then you did a fantastic job. The first boss encounter in the first game was alright, but it wasn't anything to note. You basically had a small boss room and the boss was easily defeatable to the point it seemed like he was just a normal enemy. Comparing that to the boss in the second level is just roadkill at that point. I think the devs knew this because the new boss is incredible, probably even better than the second level boss. The new boss fight takes place in a very open room filled with water. When first entering this room, you feel like something is going to arise from the water and drag you down beneath it. If a boss room establishes the way the boss will act and conveys fear within the player, then the designer of the room has done a terrific job. And with that, the design of the boss is also fantastic. It's an absurdly huge fish, which is probably exaggerated due to it being a dream, which fits well into the aesthetic and world building of the game. The boss has different ways of attacking as well. When you first presented this, you were stuck there to ponder on how you make your survival. If a boss is hard to read and has difficult ways of attacking, that just makes the gameplay more appealing. Everything to do with the new boss is just exceedingly done well, and I can't say much more about it. So if you have some free time over the next couple of days, which we know you do, then why not play Dreamscaper to occupy your time? It's free and you get sucked into the game. I played for over 5 hours and I realized I had just sat there and basically completed 100% of the game. The official game will be coming in the summer with plenty more content, hopefully new and exciting adventures. And like I've previously said in the intro, Afterburner Studios are the wonderful creators of this beautiful masterpiece, so please go show them some support by playing the game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
It's bad for me to have doubt, but I